So they start coming up with, right, from
Mhm.
my experience, and with those individuals, in my mind, what I've learned is they never take action.
That's right.
You
They talk
know,
themselves out of it.
they talk themselves out of it.
Sure.
And so I'm like, I can be that guy. And I know that's probably the guy if I decide and go ahead and swipe my card for the triathlon 6 months from now and go ahead and do those things to let my community know in social media, hey guys, I'm doing this in 6 months, and do those steps where I'm holding myself accountable to connect that impossible to the possible. Well, now all eyes on me. I have to
Mhm.
come through, right? Because I've got my community involved. I got an accountability partner. But 9 times out of 10, people don't do that. They don't do the impossible. They don't take that action. They don't do that activity. They don't go sink or swim. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think people have the fear of failure in their mind, and it's so funny to me that people's idea of what failure looks like is maybe embarrassment, maybe it's not accomplishing a goal, so they feel like that they're less worthy. So the next thing they're going to do, they're not going to accomplish that either. So then it starts to have this trajectory that is a constant negative feed into their brain. So they can't get past those steps that's necessary to be successful. And that's one of the big messages I bring to the stage when I go and speak to folks is, the first thing you have to do to grow is learn to fail. You have to learn to fail. And that is so foreign to so many people. And then I will tell folks, what does failure look like? If you're trying to run a marathon, what does failure really look like? Is it the fact that you didn't make it 26.2 miles, or is it that you didn't jog the entire time? What is that? Did you didn't hit the time marks that you wanted? Because the truth is we can only grow, we can only get better when we step out of that area of our comfort zone. Whenever you go back to the beginning of your days, and nobody remembers this, but when you were trying to walk, you didn't stand. Most people, there might be prodigies, so let me back up, but you don't just stand up and start walking and then start running. You don't go just jump on a bike and take off and start jumping over ramps and stuff. When we're young, we don't have that inhibition of failure and what people are going to think about us. Look, I get inspired by people that try something and come up short. And then whenever that person sees how many tools that were put in place because they tried, the next thing they try, and it doesn't have to be the same thing, suddenly they realize I can pull from this and I can be successful there.